Okay, we have a 1,500 point battle report for you today. I'm playing a weird army that has no Farseer. Instead I've got a Autarch with a broken sword. Unfortunately it's a sword broken, I don't have any glue. But it's a mechanized army for the most part, except this guy is, the Autarch's joining a unit of warp spiders that are deep striking, and these guys, sorry, they shouldn't even be here, they are outflanking. And so that's why I'm playing this. I'm trying to do a little bit of outflanking for fun. And I'm facing Tyranids, awesome Tyranid army. You've seen this one before a few times. You know, solid army, all kinds of cool stuff. I think there's some kind of hemorrhaging powers and stuff. Some other cool powers.
Hemorrhage and warp speed.
Yeah.
Iron arm and smite.
Man, that's gonna hurt because these guys also have their awesome powers, and I usually have a Farseer to try to fight against them, but I'm doing with the Autarch. So, it sucks to be me. So here we have the full setup of everything, and we're gonna see if my opponent can steal initiative. No, with a 1. Okay, so we are going first. Eldar is going first. We have Scouring, so 6 objectives, 4 points, 1 point, 3 points in there somewhere, 3 points over there, 2 points over here, 2 points over here. Pretty interesting. Back in a bit. Okay, rounding up, top of turn 1, what happened? I played pretty conservatively, you know. I don't know if it's the right decision. These guys just chickened away to be out of 30-inch range of Hive Guard. These guys chickened away to be out of 30-inch range of Hive Guard. This guy decided to be brave and go here because it's only got Fire Dragons. They're not going to be super useful against this army. So I managed to actually fire in there and blow away one of the Hive Guard and reduce one down to 1 wound. So maybe I should have been more aggressive and put some Strength 6 shooting in there. That'll probably cost me. What else happened over here? Fire Prism blasted into here. I did the big blast. I just want to cause wounds. Managed to cause 3 wounds on these guys, but they made all their saves in it. But we did manage to kill about 5 little guys. This guy over here gets a pinpointed shot, Strength 9 AP2, hit the Tyrant, that guy, and the little wiener guy. Rolled 1s against both the important dudes, and only managed to get the little wiener guy. So that was kind of sad there. And that was it. I didn't do a heck of a lot this turn. We'll see if that comes back to bite me in the butt. So bottom of turn 1 coming up for Tyranids. Okay, so rounding up that bottom of turn 1, pretty good turn. Now these guys did lances, couldn't quite get anything to do much here. There was one glance that got through my cover save. Those guys fired, the Hive Guard fired over here, couldn't get anything to stick. But then the one guy that survived with 1 wound got a single hit, single penetration, blew up the vehicle, explosion killed half of the Fire Dragon unit. A single Hive Tyrant took a few P shots at him and just gunned down the rest of the units. So
you should note that, like
awesome.
A fool, I left both of my Hive Guard units outside of old adversary range of my
Oh
Hive
dear,
Tyrants.
oh dear. Well, there you go. So, okay, and now we're going to see if my things show up. So I'm going to use my +1 from the Autarch. Going to see if these guys show up on a 2+. Of course I roll a 1. Of course I roll a 1. On a 2+, these guys show up. This is why you never try to have fun with like weird armies, because it always screws you. They show up, those guys didn't. That's awesome. So be it. So they're deep striking in. These idiots are not in. Unbelievable. So be it. Okay, back so really quickly, just forgot to add, we both forgot to roll for Warlord traits. We forgot about it, so we're not going to play with it anymore. We did roll for night fighting. We failed to get night fighting on turn 1, so that's why you know, the night fighting's not happening. And we also forgot to do mysterious objectives, but it's too late now. We're kind of in a rush to play this game, so we're not going to bother with mysterious objectives either. So be it. Okay, rounding up top of turn 2, of course, these guys didn't show up. However, those guys did show up. I decided to go for this side because the army is just too beefy everywhere else, and all the good points are over here. I figured this is where the stand's going to have to happen. We moved in here, gunned down about 8 or 9 guys that we could actually see in that unit. Everyone we could see died, and then we teleported over here in the assault phase. Over here, this guy shot through the windows, manages to get just enough hits on that last Hive Guard to take out the Hive Guard. This guy over here shot into, blew away a bunch of guys, whoever you could see from another unit of guys of Gaunts there. His gun's sticking up, let's put that down. These 2 guys shifted around. This guy blasted into here, got 3 saves on those brain bugs, but they all made their saves, impressive. I killed a few of the wieners and rolled a 1 against the, oh no, sorry, didn't wound that guy there. The second guy did the small template, sorry, Strength 9 AP2, couldn't hurt this guy, rolled a 1 against the Hive Tyrant, but I managed to kill, I think, a few dudes. So we're gunning down the scoring units as best we can, and that is pretty much it. So we're on to bottom of turn 2 for Tyranids. Okay, rounding up bottom of turn 2 for the Tyranids. They moved forward. These guys were just out of range, so they ran, but they only got, I think, 1 or 2 inches. Those guys were out of range, ran, only went 1 or 2 inches. These guys went 2 inches, these poor Ripper Swarms. Other stuff ran. This guy got his power off for the 2nd turn in a row. Last turn he got +1 to strength toughness. This turn he got +2 to strength and toughness. Pretty good for him. Otherwise, just little stragglers surviving. Ran up there, ran up a little closer, getting closer to me. Now it is time. Oh, sorry, what actually happened? This guy fired a bunch, like 12 strength 6 shots with re-rolling to hit. 3 glances on this vehicle, but luckily I made one of my Jink 5+ saves, so I'm still down to just 1 health point now. And we're going to see if these idiots show up again on a 2+. I'm going to add +1 from the Autarch. Finally they show up. We're going to see where they go. Or let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here we go. Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pardon me. Anywhere I want. Okay. So back in a bit. Okay, rounding up real quick now. Top of turn 3. Vehicle moved over here. Didn't fail dangerous terrain. These guys popped out. Actually, those Warwalkers showed up on this side of the table. They gunned down that unit to just 1 brain bug. So the vehicle blew away the last brain bug. So these guys didn't actually Bladestorm. I just fired them normally and gunned down most of the little unit of Gaunts there. This thing blasted into here, got 1 hit, drifted away slightly, clipped that guy to put 1 wound into him, killed 1 more guy. Vehicle over here just shimmied slightly, like an inch or 2. Probably a mistake, but fired his guns into here, gunned down a few more Gaunts. This guy blasted into here, big blast. Couldn't damage that guy, but killed 4 more guys around him. Those guys flew up, gunned down both of those Tyrant Guard with him, but then chickened away afterwards, teleported away, no doubles there. And that was pretty much it. Yeah, so it's on to bottom of turn 3 for the rounding up bottom of turn 3. Tyranids are running out of shootiness, but now their melee has gotten close to the army. They didn't need it this turn though. Shooting from this guy managed to put 1 glance into me. I failed the Jink, and those guys popped out. Luckily, they were not pinned. Over here, this guy tried to move in and charge this vehicle, but couldn't quite do it. What did those guys shoot at? They shot at the vehicle? Oh, they shot the vehicle, but they couldn't do anything to it, unfortunately. Oh, no, sorry, they got 1 glance, 1 penetration, that's right, so it's actually shaken. So this guy tried to charge into it, but going through all the terrain, couldn't make it. These guys moved up, unfortunately, this 1 turn, because they're out of synapse range, they failed their leadership check, took 5 wounds, a base died somewhere, and they couldn't shoot even though they were in range of these guys. So they just ran an inch and spread themselves out to avoid getting obliterated by that thing. So that was pretty effective there. And those guys just shimmied around. There's 2 units huddling near that objective over there. It's on to top of turn 4 for Eldar. Okay, rounding up top of turn 4 for Eldar. What happened here? We shot Warwalkers into here, but only managed to get 1 wound through the awesome armor there. And then actually one of these blasts connected and put a 2nd wound into him. He wasn't able to pass it off. This thing connected, but he passed off the wound onto a different guy. We didn't even bother shooting at this guy because he has strength and toughness 9 this turn from his iron skin. However, over here we gunned down more troops. These guys were able to kill just 2 guys that they were able to fire at and see in there. These guys came over here, gunned down an entire one of these squads. These dudes here Bladestorm, so they didn't Bladestorm. They did Bladestorm over here, gunned down all those Ripper Swarms. This guy was snap firing, got 1 good hit in there, and actually blew away one of those dudes. A little bit lucky there. And that was about it. So it's on to bottom of turn 4 for Tyranids. Yeah. Morale save on that squad over there. Sorry, so we're rolling for morale right now on that squad back there. Leadership 10. Okay, so they make it. So what happened? Half that squad was just gunned down by this dude on his own, man. 12 shots, all connected, 12 wounds, a bunch of directed strikes to the Autarch. Autarch shifted them all away. But man, 5 of those guys gone down instantly. Over here, some shooting into here, blew away 2 of these Dire Avengers, but not a 3rd, so didn't force a morale save yet. This vehicle's toast, though. That guy got a glance through. We're not allowed to take our cover saves against things unless we're touching, the building or something, so he just went down. And this guy moved up and shot those guys. And they just moved up and fired and tried to charge, but was way out of range and couldn't make the roll. So it is on to top of turn 5. I think we got to finish after this, unless you want to keep playing too. Okay, well, we'll see what happens because I got to go soon. But here we go, top of turn 5. Okay, so top of turn 5, night fighting didn't go off. What else did we do here? We tried to fire, so these guys managed to move and run, and they're hidden completely over here. Over here, however, not so great on shooting at this guy. He's a real tough customer. We fired Scatterwalkers in there. We moved these guys up, Bladestorm most of the unit into him. Fired both fire prisms into him. He shifted off a wound, killed only 1 guy in the unit, and this guy's down to 1 wound. And that was it. So these guys are probably going to get charged, but so be it, right? There's not much we can do. Those guys are owning that objective over there, though. They moved up and gunned down that last troop on the Billy deck. So okay. Bottom of turn 5. Okay, so rounding up bottom of turn 5, what happened? These guys moved out, only ran a couple inches, didn't have a lot of luck there. Over here, this guy decided, screw those guys. He's going to charge in over here. Both of them made it in. He gunned down a whole bunch of them. after combat happened, my unit is dead, but my leader, my Autarch is still alive with 3 wounds, and that's what happened there. So we're going to see if the game ends on a 1 or 2. Oh, the game ends. We have 4 points over here. We don't have those points in there. My opponent does have first blood, though. And I think...
I may have Line Breaker.
Yeah, so I'll
at least partially within you.
So we'll both
Line
have Line
Breaker
Breaker.
and another victory point for killing a fast attack.
Yes, so it'll be 5 to 3. It'll be 5 to 3 because I have a Line Breaker as well. He also is a denial unit.
He's still going to be in the...
well, that's not your deployment zone, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's actually closer than it looks. And the game ends there 4 to 3. Thanks for the game, man.
Thanks.
Thank you.